Yes, and good morning to you. Good morning for coming on one by one. There is so much going on with regards to the European Union member, and I'd like to address this issue before I pop out for today's work. There is so much happening with regards to European family member in the United Kingdom. The law has not taken your rights away. If you are a family member of a person who is present and exercising his or her treaty right in the United Kingdom, that right has not been taken away from you. It's called a legitimate right, and it's still there. In the event that you marry to an European national and both of you are no longer living together as man and wife, the law is saying until divorce, you have not separated from that relationship. Until the issue of a divorce certificate, you've not freed yourself from that. And majorly, once there is divorce, it is the Home Office practice to revoke your residence card unless you can show that you have a retention of rights of residence. So if you have not shown that you have retention of the right of residence in the UK, your residence card is either revoked or will be refused to be issued. So if you have previous 5 years, your permanent residence card will not be issued unless you can satisfy that you have retained right of residence in the UK under that emblem. Now, the crucial thing you want to know is that you can apply for an EA family permit or residence card as a family member of an EA national who either had a permanent right of residence in the UK or was a qualified person, which means that a qualified person has to be an EA person that is working, or a student that is applying for his husband or her husband and children alone. So retained right of residence is logical and it's complex. A good one needs to understand it very well. So if you're married to an EA person and your relationship is no longer in existence, you're not going to have a retained right of residence because there are so many things you have to satisfy, and that's what I want to deal with today. I want to deal with the EA family person that is out there, or family EA person himself or herself, to know their rights. But one thing that a lot of people have failed to understand, and I can easily assure you today that you need to understand it before you apply for dual nationality. If you have a European passport and you go ahead to go and apply for British passport, you're going to lose that right of EA national family member to sponsor your family member. So if you have EA passport and you then go ahead to apply for British passport, you will lose your right to sponsor your family member. Quote me. So it is better for you to understand how the system works and take proper advice. Good morning. Good morning as you are coming on one by one. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on this forum. We're talking about the EA family member, their right to remain in the UK. EA family member rights to remain in the United Kingdom. So we're looking at so many things in this instance. There are so many things we have to look into before time will take me away from this chat line today. But in the meantime that I'm here, I want us to address the rights that an EA family member would have in the event that he or she is no longer married to EA person. Thank you as you're coming on. Good morning. Because a lot of people think that after marriage or because they are not living together, you have to take advice on that. So you just don't do it anyhow. You know, a lot of people think that if they are not living with their family member anymore, they have that right to apply for their residence, permanent residence later on. EA is an European national citizen, European Union, European territory, European community. So EA national is European association, you know. So I'm saying that the European national, you know, the European Union person, a person that is an European person is a person that is carrying French passport while in the UK, German passport while in the UK. The person will not be called European person if he goes back to Germany in his country, or go back to France, or go back to Spain. A British citizen will be an European person when they go to Spain, France, Germany, Italy, to go and exercise their treaty rights. But we will not call, no one will call each other here European person if you are holding British passport. You'll be a British citizen because you are in your country. The moment you have traveled outside go into the European country, you know, then you become an European citizen, exercising your treaty rights over there. The law as it stands today is saying that that right has not been taken away from you, despite the fact that we trigger Article 50 on the 29th of March. You are still within that right for now, but no one can guarantee what will happen after 2 years. But in the event of us being in the 2 years journey, your right is still remain as it is. It has not been taken away. So if you're a European person or European family member, the same reason why you were granted at the time you were granted, that reason remains for now. It has not been taken away. So you need to understand. So the only way you could have a retained right of residence is if you or another member of your family married to that person and the marriage has ended. So if your marriage to your European person has ended, that means by divorce, annulment or dissolution, then you will have that a retained right of residence. But then you will have to show the following things. If you marry to that person, you have to live at least 1 year in the UK. That's one thing you need to be aware of. You must have lived at least a year in the United Kingdom. And then your marriage must have lasted 3 years before the divorce pronouncement. So say, for example, you got married in 2014 and the relationship is no longer juicy as it is planned. You then later on initiate divorce proceeding. You're going to lose that right if that divorce was granted before the 3 years of your marriage. Before you can calculate 3 years of marriage, you will lose that right. So the divorce has to be exactly or more than 3 years. So marriage has to be 3 years at the time you want to do your divorce. So if it's not up to that, you're going to lose your right to retain your residence in the United Kingdom. These are the things that a lot of people don't understand. And as a result of that, after giving 5 years residence card, they end up with nothing. They don't have a card. They don't have right to work again in the UK because they have got it wrong. The only way not to get it wrong is to get a proper advice from the beginning before you venture into it. The moment you have put yourself into that situation, you're going to make things a bit difficult. You can call me. I'm on 07908 628 240. 07908 628 240. I'm sure line is open there. 07908 628 240. You can call me. Of course you can call me. That's why I'm here. You know, if we haven't got room for calling, then I will let you know straight away. But you can call me. Shouldn't be a problem at all. You know. Hello. Yeah, hi, good morning. Yeah, I can hear you. Carry on.
European Union.
I can hear you.
Yeah, and he is citizen who is a student and is working at the same time. And he has lived in the UK for 5 years now.
Yeah.
While he studied for first 3 years and was working and paying taxes during those years.
Okay.
And now he's still studying from September. So if the person wants to apply for the PR,
yeah.
so we will be required to purchase health insurance or
No. If you're an EA person and you are a student, you can apply for your permanent residence. You have that right. An EA student who is a full-time student or possibly working part-time has that right. The only problem you will have is that you will not be able to apply for your extended family member to join you. It is only your wife and your children that will have that right under you while you are a student. Your sister, your brothers will not have that right.
Okay, yeah. Okay, what I'm even confused about is about European insurance.
A European insurance, if you want to obtain it, that is your discretion. But it's not a requirement as a student if you want to apply. So if you want to apply for your permanent residence and you have been living in the UK continuously for 5 years, you can apply. There is no problem in that. But you have to apply for residence permit first. You need to show that you have residence permit in the UK before you can now go into your permanent residence. But if you have been living in the UK continuously for 5 years, you can go into permanent residence straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Cheers. Hello. So we're talking about the retain right of residence in the UK. You could have a retain right of residence if you have married to a person and the marriage lasted for 1 year before the person departed, or you lived in the UK together for 3 years. You know, you have to show that your marriage has lasted 3 years. You know. Hello. We're talking about the issue of how to regularize your status in the United Kingdom. So the most important topic we're dealing with today is retain right of residence. You know, but as I said earlier on, the most important thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is that if you have British passport, if you have European passport initially, and you then went ahead to go and apply for a British passport, you're going to be having some headache when it comes to applying for your family member later on.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, hi.
Can I speak to Lawyer Tukumbo, please?
I'm online now.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question because I have the 2.5 resident permit.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and we've had the renewal. This is the second time we're having. But
Okay.
I have a daughter in Nigeria, which I want to apply for to come over to UK.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's possible to do that.
You want to know whether it's possible to
Bring her in with the resident permit.
what do you have 2.5 years at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And I have a partner, we both working.
Yes, but you have, and what is this child we're talking about?
She's in Nigeria.
You have to look at the condition of grant of status and see if it allows you to bring in anyone into the country.
I don't even know, that's what I'm calling.
Now you need to check because it varies. You have to check. You have to look at your letter because usually it does not allow anyone to bring family member into the United Kingdom if you're under 2.5 years.
No.
If you're under 2.5 years and your husband's under 2.5 years, usually I don't think it allows.
Yeah.
So the letter
I've speak to someone, and because before I applied, her name is already on the document on the list. But because she's in Nigeria, I've already included her name. I have a daughter in Nigeria, so which they were aware of that I have a daughter in Nigeria. So, but when they grant us the 2.5, so and I spoke to my solicitor, and she said if both of us are working full time, that she think that we are able to.
he think. You need to underline that word. He think.
That's why I'm calling. That maybe she can give me an advice.
Exactly. So you need to go and look at the letter.
I don't know. The letter didn't say anything. Maybe I can bring anybody or.
No, there's always a condition at the back of the letter. The letter usually says that conditions, and says
Just say I can apply for public funds.
if it doesn't say on your letter, I am not confident to say yes, you can do it, because I understand usually that the 2.5 years now, when it was 3 years discretionary leave, people have right to bring their child into the country. But now that it's 2.5 years, what I saw last time from a client was that he's not permitted to bring in someone into the country under that limited leave. Yes, that's what I saw last time.
I don't know, but this is the second time we are on now. The second time is going to expire next year.
And you have another 2 to go.
I have another 2 to go.
Were you and your husband granted at the same time?
Yeah, both of us. And the children, but 2 of the children are now British. It's only one that remained here.
So under what were you granted?
It was under family, the family whatever. Because I have a British child.
So both of you submitted together at the same time under that child?
Yeah, at the same time.
And you were granted?
Yeah.
You are lucky, you know.
Yeah, because I was an asylum seeker before, and they refused me on that grant. But so when we put in an application, the new one, when I have a son, so which is that one is a British, but not with my not with my real partner, the new partner.
Okay.
But because he's the main carer of all the children, so my lawyer said he can include himself on. So he included himself and the grants both of us with the other children, the one that I have already before. But on the asylum, which they knew that I have one daughter back in Nigeria, so it was still on my claim, and the asylum claim is still on with them.
Okay.
Which is they still have it, and they called me some other time, I think a year ago, that if I want to dismiss the asylum claim because I've already got another new status. So I don't know. I just tell them that they should still keep it open. But I don't know what's going on now. So I just tell them to keep it open because my lawyer said they shouldn't have given me on this grant. That they should have given me on the humanitarian or the asylum case, but which they refuse. So
let us deal with the question you asked me, which is whether you can bring in your child that is outside England to the United Kingdom. The status has to confirm that. That's my understanding. I am confident about that. The letter that comes with the Home Office grant of status usually says that.
Where did they normally write this,
you need to get it. You need to go back and get the letter, because usually when I get letter from my client, I read it and I will tell my client these are the conditions that come with what you are giving.
Yeah, I have the letter with me. I can check and
you know
see.
So I don't know, so but I have to go now, madam. You need to go and check that with your lawyer. I have to deal with another query coming on, please. But usually it has to come with a letter, you know. Hello. There's so much happening with regards to. You better release your number. That person with unknown number. I'm not going to be able to take any unknown number, because if I want to call you back, I won't be able to call you back. So if you release your number, then I can deal with your query. If you can't release your number using an unknown number to call me, I won't be able to pick it up, because I want to have access to everyone that is calling me. Now we're talking about what is retained right of residence as a family member of European Union national. So what do we call retained right of residence? Like I said earlier on, what we call retained right of residence is if you're married to an EA person, either the person died or the marriage is no longer existing, then you will have retained right of residence, but you have to show so many things because it's a bit complex. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I actually just have a question. I'm an European citizen.
Okay.
Irish, but I moved to England in 2016. General inquiry regarding visa school fee.
You moved.
I have to apply for a residence card, even though I'm a European citizen, because I'm thinking in the next 5 years, after I've lived here, I probably would want to apply for permanent residence before applying for British citizen. But must I have had a permanent residence card for 5 years before I can apply for the permanent residence?
You married to an EA person.
No, I'm an EU myself.
You have to show that you are in UK for 5 years before you can apply for permanent residence.
So I just need to show, say maybe
Through your documentation. 5 years, yes, through documentation.
So I don't necessarily need to have a residence card.
If you haven't got one before, you have to show 5 years to go into your PR.
Okay. And that 5 years, does it have to be shown with a residence card of 5 years, or I could just show with my, HMRC document?
You know what you can do here? You can get documents that you can lay your hand on to show that 5 years. So your bank statement for 5 years will prove it, because there will be salary coming in, because the whole idea is to exercise treaty rights. So you need to demonstrate that you've been in the UK for 5 years and you were working during those periods, and you are entitled to have your permanent residence.
Okay, and only after the permanent residence, then I can apply for naturalization.
You can, when you have your permanent residence, then you can apply for naturalization. But the disadvantage to it is that if you are sponsoring your family member now, I am begging you, don't apply for British passport now, because your family member will lose that status.
No, we're all Irish. We're all Irish.
So you don't have any person that you can sponsor in future.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I have no plan to sponsor anyone because all my extended family.
You can apply for British passport then if you can demonstrate 5 years in the UK.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Yeah. Bye. Hello.
Hello, Auntie Tokumo. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah. I'm watching you live now. I don't know if the program is still on.
The program is on, so if you want to ask questions, you can carry on.
Okay, ma. I'm a British citizen and I want to bring my family from Nigeria.
Okay.
Unfortunately, while applying for my visa when I was coming 10 years ago, I didn't include them as part of my family.
They did what?
I didn't include them into my form that I have kids there back when I was coming from Nigeria. So I don't know if it's still possible for me to bring them now.
How old are they?
The first one is 14 and the last one is 9.
I would suggest you come and take advice when you are ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you are ready.
But can I bring them?
You can bring them to UK, but you cannot bring them just like that easily.
Of course, I know.
Yeah, you cannot bring them because there has to. You must have. In fact, I don't want to explain more than what I'm saying now, but I think you should take advice before you put in an application.
Can I call you after the program?
You have to book appointment here on 0208.
1 minute. Let me get it ready. Okay, ma'am.
0208 309 8808. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, bye. Bye. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, ma'am. My name is Dr.
Okay.
I'm just calling to make an inquiry, ma'am. I got married.
You did what?
I got married and I forgot to
Okay.
and I was doing 5 years. And I was just wondering
You were given 5 years, isn't it?
now I'm looking for the residency. I'm not sure what I'm going to go.
If I can't hear you, I don't think anyone else can hear you.
I know, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, a bit better.
Yeah, sorry. I was given 5 years
Okay.
back in 2011.
Okay.
And it's coming to an expire now in 2017.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what form I'm going to fill. Definitely.
You're not sure of the form you're going to fill.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you want to do it yourself?
Ma'am?
Why do you want to do it? Didn't you have lawyer that help you with your residence card?
No, I did it myself.
But permanent residence, you can't do it yourself. So you need to go and get advice. You cannot put in permanent residence card yourself, even if you know the form. So I'm not going to tell you so that you don't say, Mr. Solagbaye advised me wrongly. Go and get advice from your lawyer. Because there is...
I never used the lawyer in the first place. That's what I'm saying.
Then come for consultation, even if you're going to do it yourself. So when you come for consultation, you will be told the form and other things that you have to put in to go with it so that you can have a successful application. Because if I just gave you now, I said, listen, go and do this form now, and things goes wrong, then they will not know that you only use the form. The letter you put to it is not correct. The document you submitted probably not correct as well. So I will be saying that please take consultation. At least during consultation alone, you can get the type of form you want to use. That is still cheap for you if you want to manage money. But don't go and do it without getting taking consultation, please. Because permanent residence is very difficult.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right, dear. For those who are hearing me now today, I appreciate you all that you are on my forum and you are engaging yourself in this educative program. But at the same time, I will not allow you to go and do it yourself, especially when it comes to permanent residence. Permanent residence is complicated because there are documents that must go with it concurrently. There are documents that must go with it without missing one out. You miss one out, you will start all over again, which means that you have to go and start applying for residence card, not permanent residence, once you miss out one document. So my advice to you is that please take precaution. Get advice. Consultation is not too much. Consultation is not too much. So please, when you take consultation, then you will know that at least you have seen a lawyer before you went ahead to go and do it yourself. That's just my advice. Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my name is Sayo. Yeah, I just want to make an inquiry now. Some things, man.
But I can't hear you guys. Can you just speak up, please?
Can you hear me now, man?
A bit.
Okay.
And my phone is loud enough. Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, that's a bit better.
All right. I just want to make an inquiry about some things that I'm clear with.
Okay.
Like my partner, she got 2.5 years.
She got what?
She had 2.5
Okay.
breast cancer. Both have a child. And is it possible for the child? I just want to know how can I go about to I and your mind as well.
I'm struggling to hear you.
Okay, what I'm saying is it's possible for me to get my resident through that as well.
Are you the father of that child?
Yeah, I'm the real father.
So you want to apply under the child now, but that you're not living with the child.
Sorry?
Are you living with that child?
Yeah, we are living there both.
And the mother has got 2.5 years, yeah?
Yeah. We are both living.
Can you book an appointment for advice, please?
Okay, ma'am.
Please, yeah?
When can I call up?
You can call landline on 0208.
Okay, is it on the screen as well?
Say that again.
Is it on the screen? The number is it on the screen?
It's somewhere on my thing, but
Okay, maybe I'll check.
well, I'm gonna put it out there now.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling from English.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask a question. If you get married to a EU citizen and you want to come to the UK, I don't know how to do it.
Can you do what?
You want to come to the UK to stay?
If you're married to an EA person,
Yes.
uh-huh.
And you want to come to the UK to stay?
Okay, yes, I'm with you.
So I don't know how to apply for it.
Both of you have to travel together, you know that. Unless if you have European passport.
No, I don't have a British passport.
No, not British passport. You are living in Europe.
Yeah.
So you haven't got European passport.
Not yet, because I only have 5 years resident permit.
Exactly. So both of you will have to travel together to the United Kingdom, and you have to apply for family permit and travel with him,
Okay.
or with her rather, to the UK.
Well, is she going to stay there with me?
The question you are asking me is blunt. So do you want me to answer you bluntly as well?
Sorry, please.
No, because if she doesn't come to UK to live, how would you be able to exercise your treaty right with her? So both of you will have to live in the United Kingdom for you to be able to benefit from the word treaty right.
Okay.
That's just it. You know, it's not that I don't want to answer you, but it's so straightforward. Both of you must live in the UK together for you to benefit. If she comes to UK and she doesn't live and work there and return back after you have landed, then she's just going to leave you. It means that she just wants to dump you. In the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So that is just the situation. It's not that I don't want to answer, but the situation is that she has to live with you in the UK.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
Bye. Let me reiterate again. For all those who are living with their European wife or husband in Europe, and you want to come together to live in the you want to come to live in the UK, you cannot come to live in the UK without him or her that holds that right. If you have residence permit in the Europe, you need to have family permit to allow you to travel to United Kingdom. If you don't have, and both of you travel together at the same time, which the law permits you, then she must live in the UK for you to apply for your family residence card. If she doesn't come to UK with you and she never applied to no exercise of treaty right, it means that she just coming to dump you and go back, and that's sufferness. So I would not advise anyone to do that. If you are coming, you have to come together, and she needs to work or he needs to work to exercise that treaty right. That's just it. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, go on.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I just have 1 or 2 questions which I'd like to ask you, ma'am.
Okay.
The first question is, if you have a residence permit in this country,
Yeah.
and maybe you've had it for a while now, maybe a couple of years, and then you went out for about 5 months, does it affect your coming back to this country?
After what?
After 5 months
Yeah.
of going out,
Yeah.
5 months of being out of UK, does it affect your residency when you come back?
You have European residence, isn't it?
Did you take that again?
You have European, you have residence card in the UK.
No. my son.
Okay.
He's
So
got residency in this country, which is an indefinite.
indefinite leave to remain, isn't it?
Yes.
No, it's fine. He's fine. If it's only 5 months, he's fine. It's just that he might encounter some headache when he wants to apply for citizenship. Because in 1 year, you're only allowed to go out of the country for 90 days, not 150 days. Yeah.
Overall, like if you have an indefinite stay,
Mm-hmm.
you're only allowed like 3 months to be out of the country.
Yes, if you have indefinite stay here, you must not spend 2 years outside the UK. But where the problem will come from is when you want to apply for your British passport. Okay? So when this guy that you are talking about want to apply for his British passport, he will be missing out on some requirements because the law says that in 1 year, he can only be absent from UK for 90 days. So if he wants to apply, say for example, he has left UK for 5 months this year, and he wants to apply, when he come back, he wants to apply for his red passport, he won't be able to do so. So he needs to wait for another 1 year.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now, let me ask my own question now on my own. I can't appreciate that much.
Okay.
Now, I'm a British citizen. How long am I allowed to be out of the country in a year?
As a British citizen.
That's what I mean.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You mean as a British citizen?
Yes, ma'am. That's for me now.
I don't think you have a restriction to go out and come back, especially if you have dual nationality with Nigeria.
I know that. I can go out and come back. I'm saying at a stage, in case I want to go, because my son is schooling in Nigeria. Assuming I want to go and spend like a year in Nigeria, is it okay? Is there any restriction on my becoming a British subject? Is there any restriction on it?
For your one?
Yes.
No. Do you have Nigerian passport?
No, I have a British passport.
But you are going to use visa to go out.
I'm going to when I'm going out, I'm going to use my passport. When I get to Nigeria, I'm going to use my Nigerian passport.
Exactly. So that's fine. That's fine then.
That's fine.
So you are dual national, yeah? So that's fine. If you're not dual national, it's not fine at all. You have to get enough visa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have one more question. This is regarding a sister of mine. She's been in this country for about 10 years now.
Okay.
She had a daughter. Her daughter, I think, is about 7 plus now. And she's put in her papers maybe about 8-9 years ago. But along the line, when the daughter was about to be 7 years old, she's always been in contact with the Home Office, and they've always, processed her along the line. But when the daughter was about to be 7, she went to they called her at the Home Office to come due to the application she put in to get an indefinite stay in this country. Unfortunately, they rejected her, telling her the daughter is not yet 7, and it's just about 2-3 weeks for the daughter to be 7 years old. Right? So they rejected her based on that the daughter is not 7. What do you think she can do?
So so what do you say that child has? Let me hear you first.
Should I take it again?
Yes.
Okay. The bottom line is, the girl was with my sister. Her daughter was born in this country. Right?
Your sister's daughter.
Yes, my sister's daughter.
Okay.
She was born in this country. Yes, ma'am. She was born in this country. Now, before she was born, my sister has already put in her papers through the Home Office to get a resident for me.
Before she was born.
Along the line, while she was, living in this country, she had that baby, which is the girl. When she had the baby, she put all the papers of the baby through the lawyer to the Home Office. They have it. She had the second baby.
Mm-hmm.
She put the documents of the baby, the birth certificate and everything to the Home Office.
Mm-hmm.
Along the line, she was waiting for 7 years, which I think that was what they were giving them then.
Then, okay.
So the Home Office called her to come into the Home Office.
Mm-hmm.
When she went to the Home Office,
Mm-hmm.
now they rejected her. They said to her because her daughter is not yet 7 years old, and the daughter was just about 2 weeks and a few days to be 7.
But did you say she has British passport?
She don't have a British passport. The daughter don't have a British passport. She hasn't got a British passport.
So she was applying under 7 years rule.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but the child has not clocked 7 years at the time of application.
Yeah, but the child was just about 2 weeks to 7. And the partner to my sister, also is got 5 years, which has already lapsed. They are meant to give him indefinite. He was then based on his own brother as an independent. I don't know how they do this thing. Independent or something like that, right? On his brother. So they gave him 5 years. And the 5 years is gone past now. All I just want to know is that in this kind of a situation, what should they do? Or what should my sister do?
Has your sister been granted?
No.
What does the partner have?
The partner had 5 years, but the 5 years is gone past. I think he's renewed his 5 years for an indefinite.
So this situation, how long ago are we talking about?
I mean, he's got 5 years. His 5 years is gone past now.
For your sister's case, on your sister's case.
My sister's been doing that for almost 9 years.
I mean, how long ago are you talking about this case now? This case you're talking about, your sister's one. Is this something recent? So I will know which law to apply to it.
This is just a fresh one. This is what has been going on for 10 years now. And these have been refused and everything is just about under say 2 months.
You lost me. You can see that I'm very quiet. You lost me. And a lot of people are interested in that's what you are saying. So I don't want to give wrong advice. But you lost me. You know, you lost me. Because there are so many things that I have to ask you. The partner in question, has he applied for extension? Has he got the extension? Your sister at the same time, when did she submitted her first application? How old is the child now? Was she given right of appeal? All these things I need to know, please. I need to know. So 2 ways of doing it.
Okay, ma'am. What I'm going to do is, I've seen your landline number. I'm going to call you on that landline. I can't because I'm not in London. The problem is that I am a very busy woman. In fact, how I have time to do this, it's only God. Immediately I'm offline, you will only be getting through to my secretary. That's just it. Ask the other people that have been calling. The moment I'm offline, you cannot reach me easily again. Okay.
You know, so that is why I'm trying to get what I want to get from you now to assist you on what to do. But the way you are explaining things it is impossible to give advice. Otherwise, it become negligent.
What I'm going to do might be complicated.
I can tell that it's a complicated matter, but you want to rush it through. Whoever holds that case, which is your sister, tell her to go and book appointment and get a lawyer. Tell her to get a lawyer if she wants her case to be done. So if she wants me to look at it, she needs to book an appointment and come and see me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, tell her to book.
What I'm going to do is call the landline and book an appointment.
Yes.
And come up to London.
It's much better, yeah, so that you can,
I'll come and see you.
yeah.
I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Hello? You see, when we're dealing with issues like this, it's a bit complicated, and I hope people will understand. It's really, really, really difficult. You know, you can't satisfy everyone at the same time. But when you're asking questions, it has to be a straightforward one, so that we don't just beat around the bush. You have to have all the information at hand. It has to be your case. If you're asking questions about your friends, you may not have detailed analysis. And as a result of that, I will not jump to give an answer so that I don't mess myself up and I don't give wrong advice and public does not mislead. Because the whole idea is that I cannot afford to mislead those who are listening to me. So I have to make sure that I get the facts right from you, and I have to apply the correct law to that fact of the matter so that the public listening can enjoy and benefit from it. That is just it, you know. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Hey, Makaro, who is this? Okay. Right, go on.
Anything I said over this, only over the route of 5 years or only 2.5 now.
Okay.
So, what does it mean for that?
Over the route of 2.5 years, Abi?
Over the route of 5 years.
What do you mean by 5 years? 2.5 years, only 5 years route. So was she previously a student?
No, resident permit.
So what? Permanent. Permanent residence, Abi? Okay, go on.
So,
okay. Okay.
So,
she needs to go back permanent residence. Yeah? I drew a permanent residence and what now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can benefit more. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I see.
All right, there, bye. Hello? 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 Just hold on, please, I'm coming.
Hello?
Yeah, just hold on. Hello? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that. How can I help you?
Carol, madam.
Carol.
Carol, ma.
Okay, go on.
Okay. What you want to do over 3 years now?
Okay.
Work visa ni mo de ti fi wọlé láti mo wọlé.
Okay.
Ṣùgbọ́n ó ti jóná pátápátá. Mo wá ń ṣètò láti pé kí n lè fẹ́ EU. So mo wá wò pé tí máa ń ṣe mà. Nínú assurance pé.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma.
Yeah. Hello? The calls are just going into each other, so it's too many calls coming in at the same time, so it's a bit difficult.
Hello, good morning, ma.
I can hear you.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing today, ma?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very sorry to disturb you again this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, brother been calling 5 years yet, it's not away Europa. so wá gbé wọlé padà fún indefinite or whatever they gonna give him wọ́n wá sọ wọ́n wá fún ní appeal nípa kókó mú nǹkan kan wá nípa ọmọ yẹn bọ̀ wọ́n ti divorce ọmọ yẹn kúrò ọmọ yẹn mọ́ so appeal yẹn ó ti gbé lọ court but court ti fún wọn ní date so unfortunately along the line ó ṣá pàdé ẹni tó ti ń wá iṣẹ́ kiri wọ́n wá ní kó wá máa sign ó dẹ̀ sì ní appeal ọwọ́ tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti fún ní date so mo ní kí n bèrè advice ma is that right so wọ́n ní kó wá máa sign.
Yeah. Tí o bá sign o máa go against ẹ̀ lápìlẹ̀.
Okay ma.
So he has to, he's got to obey them. If he fails to do so, it's going to affect him in his appeal.
Okay ma. So tó bá ti wá fún ní date of appeal. Mo bá àwọn kan tó bá lè provide because wọ́n ní kó mú kíní basis tí ọmọ yẹn wá from 2010 to 2014 tó divorce which ó ti rí yẹn bọ̀ wọ́n ní kó mú bá statement wá. Àwọn tó kọ sínú.
Tí o bá show ẹ máa affect ẹ. Tí o bá show ẹsẹ̀ tí o bá show pé ọmọ yẹn wà pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ sì wà nílùú. Okay.
Ìyàwó yẹn wọ́n náà wọ̀ ní contact mọ́ bọ́ọ̀lù ó ní ìgbà fún divorce yẹn. Olórí statement of account ọmọ ẹ̀fọ́ ní kó mú wá kò gẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn kò sí pé ìfẹ́ gẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn mọ́ nígbà tó ọmọ yẹn ti lọ.
Anyway, the point here is that the EA person must be living in the UK and working, even on the point of divorce. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ sì ní sign pé ẹni ẹ ṣì wà nílùú. So kó lọ contact HM Revenue. Kó lọ contact HM Revenue kó gba details gẹ́ yẹn pé bóyá ó sì ń ṣiṣẹ́. Tí ó bá ní evidence ó dáràn, wọ́n máa refuse appeal ẹ̀.
Okay, ma. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You see, if you are in a relationship with your wife and you have that good cordial relationship, you're supposed to know where she's working. And if it's your husband, you're supposed to know where he's working. In the event that you divorce here, you're supposed to know the NI and the date of birth and everything, so that you can contact HM Revenue and Customs for assistance on that. If you can't do that, then you are going to be losing out. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Yeah.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ma, ẹ má bínú wa pé mo disturb yín ma, mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè nǹkan lọ́wọ́ yín ni ma.
Go on there.
Nípa ọmọ mi, ọlọ́mọ ó sọ pé Nàìjíríà ni àgbèsí tó wá sílẹ̀ ní 2 years old, ó dẹ̀ ti pé 16 years old. So, bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ ti gba ìwé, wọn ti fún ọmọ kan tí tó táàdì ọmọ yẹn máa gba ìwé. Ìgbà tí wọ́n wá apply fún ìwé ọmọ yìí, wọ́n wá fún wa ní wọ́n ní kí n lọ ṣe DNA test pé ọmọ mi ni tọ́lọ́ mu wá bá mi ni.
Okay.
So aṣáṣe DNA test yẹn wọ́n rí pé èmi ni mo bí. So wọ́n wá fún wa ní káàdì tó máa ń fún wọn fún 4 years bí wọ́n máa ń fún wọn nísìnyí tó máa fi ń rántí orúkọ káàdì tó máa ń fún àwọn èèyàn tó bá fún níwèé bí 4 years. Káàdì wà lórí ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa last ní next year. So kódà tó last ó dẹ̀ máa wọ college ní ìyẹ́ yìí. So mi ìwà mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo máa ṣe mà pé bóyá mo máa reapply again ní.
Kí lọmọ yẹn ní? Kí ló ní?
Biometric card.
Ẹ ṣé 5 years ló wà lórí ẹ̀ àbí 2.5 years?
No, 4 years lọ fóun.
4 years.
Yes.
Kí lẹ́yìn ní tẹ́lẹ̀?
Mo ní definite stay.
Wọ́n wá fún ní 4 years.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣé 4 years ẹ wọ́n fún nínú ìlú bíbá ìnà àbí ó gbà láti Èkó?
No, ibi náà ti fún. So ó ṣì wà tó ń lò ó fún.
Kí ni irú 4 years wo nìyẹn? Does it say right to under your mother? Because me say gbori no, ó kọ́kọ́ strange sí mi, I have to be honest. 4 years. The word 4 years is strange to me. I know about 2 years, I know 2.5 years, I know 3 years, I know 5 years.
Oh,
but
3 years. 3 years.
Yes, so kí lẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa 3 years yẹn? Kí lẹ wá fẹ́ gbọ́ nípa kí lẹ fẹ́ béèrè advice lé lórí?
Because ó máa last next year ma.
Ó dẹ̀ máa lọ fún renewal. Ó dẹ̀ máa renew 28 days kó tó expire mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
Okay, mo máa tún renew ẹ̀.
Yes. No, 3 years méjì ló máa gbà.
Okay, kí n tó lè gbà yẹn.
3 years ni ó ti gbẹ ọkàn ó tún máa apply another one. Ṣebí discretionary leave náà fún because inú ìlú náà ti fún kí pé bóyá apply fún kó wọlé láti Èkó. So you have to apply for another 3 years.
Okay, so 28 days that time.
28 days before it expires, you have to apply for another 3 years.
After 3 years, you know, they apply immediately.
After the second, when the second 3 years is about to expire, 28 days to that time, you will then apply for indefinite leave to remain. I think you should take things step by step instead of asking for future things. If present one, you can deal with look, I'm about to mistake.
Okay, my cousin family really put over my university, my common
I don't know. I don't know about that. How old is the child?
Okay.
How old? So them at university in another. So you should be making an inquiry, but I think it should be okay anyway. No problem. All right, yeah, bye. Hello. Good morning to you. Landline is not where to ask questions. Landline is for appointments. You should be asking questions on the mobile. So it's 07908. Yeah, 07908 628 240. Yeah, that's the mobile. That's the number you have to call. The landline is for bookings. Yeah. So yes, so we're talking about the issue of European nationality. So when you are making an application, you have to understand the type of application you want to put in. You have to know your rights, retain right of residency if you're married to an EA person. Those things are very important. But unfortunately, I have to go now. Time is not on my side. I really have to go now, and I'll be back again whenever time permits me to do so. I want to thank you all for listening to me. I want to appreciate you, but that's the little I can give for now. I have to go. It's a Monday morning and time is of essence.